I can't help it that I look good, smell good, woo, can dance all night long. You've been talking to the apes and the giraffes and chimpanzees again, haven't you? Yes, I'm excited!
Right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Fast Freddie Rocks Youngstown, coming to you live and direct from the state-of-the-art Youngstown studios in beautiful downtown Youngstown. Fast Freddie here, along with my man Joe Danier, and I don't know where this show's going to go today. You know, I really got to start getting some guests going, but I've just been so busy with other things that I just figured, well, we'll get a bottle of something. We'll pour a couple of drinks and we'll see where the show goes from there. Right.
No show has ever gone wrong with the introduction of alcohol.
Right.
None.
Exactly.
Zero.
This is what fires. I got something new and it's a small bottle and, you know, we're only going to try one. And then I think I might switch over to Buffalo Trace or something. But I want you to try this and I want you to see if you think this is as good as I think that it is. And this is Crown Royal Black.
Okay.
So,
well, let me tell you first, like I got to give you the premise. So I went to a local eating establishment today and I got a pour of whiskey, supposed to be 2 ounces.
Yeah.
They put about 8 ounces in this sucker.
Wow.
So I am freaking rocked. So no matter what you give me, it is not going to be as good.
Okay. All right. I just want you to, you know, I never had this and I won this at a benefit.
Okay.
Tuesday night, we did a benefit for local musician Tyrone Hornbuckle, who passed away. And Tyrone was beloved musician, had a lot of followers in the Youngstown area. And I bought this and, I poured some of us that were sitting there. We did a shot in his honor.
Okay.
And after I tasted it, I was like, whoa, this is really good. Maybe I shouldn't have did the toast after all.
Right.
And hogged the whole thing to myself.
Well, hand it over. I'll pour us up.
Yeah.
Here.
And of course, as always, we have our glasses from the Navy mess at the White House, given to us by our buddy Jay Bird's son, who was the chef in the White House. And this is, we always do a little salute here for all our servicemen. Jay Bird's tuned in today, too. Sweet. All right. Jay Bird is tuning in. Dave Price. What's up, Dave? Rock and roll. Barb Cerny. Happy birthday, Barb. We're going to give you we're going to do this toast in honor of you.
All right. Let's do it up, brother.
Yeah. I'm not going to shoot it, though. I'm going to sip for a minute. Now, is that smooth good. Or is that just me?
And I think the chill you put on it by like having it in your car.
Yeah, for the last 3 days, driving around with a half a bottle of whiskey.
No, that was on purpose. On purpose. Yes. You want to make sure it was the right temperature.
Exactly. But that is the Crown Royal Black.
That's good.
That's really what I'm just a little worried about the tariffs because, I don't want you to mess with my Crown. I don't want you to mess with my tequila. I don't want you to mess with my Modelo,
Straight from Toronto, Canada.
Exactly. So anyways, that's what's happening. So what's happening there, Barb? Glad you're checking in. I haven't seen Barb in a long time. She's come out and see me. I don't think she likes me anymore. I don't know. But doesn't that taste good?
It does.
I just thought that was me.
Did you ever get the Crown Royal, that special blend that they had in the fall?
The raspberry or the blueberry, blackberry. Blackberry.
Did you have it?
Yeah.
How was it?
I thought it was sweet. It was like
too sweet?
It was like cough syrup.
Okay, all right.
But you mix it with the blackberry ginger ale or lemonade, and it was a cool, refreshing drink.
All right.
Yeah. So it was okay. It was okay. But the Crown Black, that might be my new thing now.
It's a good one
for a while. I'm not going to stay away from Jack though. I mean, Jack is still my number one go-to. Right. And especially with Jay Bird checking in today, Jay Bird knows that too. He's a Jack guy too. So that's what's happening here. And got my ZZ Top shirt on today.
Love it.
I went to a really good show Tuesday night. Tuesday night, and then maybe the benefit was Wednesday. And then I did something.
No. Here we go.
And Saturday I was out somewhere. And what did I do? Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. He's been doing these small hall shows. and he did the House of Blues in Cleveland, and he did Jergel's down in Warrendale. Have you ever been there? It's it's more of a nightclub thing, you know, and to see Billy Gibbons in this little small place like that, it was fantastic. And by the end of the show, I'd made my way up towards the front of the stage and everything, but it was like you're watching this guy in like a Texas Roadhouse. And you got this legend up there, and he's going through all those ZZ Top songs, the ones you know, and then he was doing the bluesy stuff and everything, and it was fantastic. His drummer was Chris Layton. They call him Whipper, and he was Stevie Ray Vaughan's drummer. So you know this is real Texas stuff here, you know. And then his bass player is Michael Flanagan. They call him the Drifter, and he's another Texas blues guy. He's married to Sue Foley, if people know who that is. If you don't, look her up because she's fantastic too. And the Drifter is also a master on the Hammond B3 organ, but he pretty much played bass the whole time with Billy. And he usually plays with Jimmy Vaughn, Stevie Ray's brother. So this was like some real Texas blues, man. And those guys were awesome. And you know what? To even be in a small place with somebody as cool as Billy Gibbons, it was an awesome night. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. And it was just so cool. And the Drifter, when you know, he's good friends with Cornell Bogdan. And the last time when he was at Jergel's with Jimmy Vaughn, you know, we had a chance to talk and hang out for a little bit. And he was just this cool guy. And we were sitting there and he's telling us stories about Billy Gibbons is like a Walmart shopper. It's not unusual for Billy Gibbons' bus to pull up to a Walmart in the middle of the night. And he shared this one story where the one day Billy goes into Walmart, he buys pajamas for everybody in the band. And then he had them tailored into like stage costumes. And so it was pretty cool. And, you know, he's just, so the whole point of the thing is, so a few days after that, maybe a week or so after, I turn on the TV on that Access TV or AX, whatever they call it, AXS. And not to be confused with ASS, what we got going here.
Different station, yeah, different all station.
Together. Almost the same three letters, though, but 2 of the 3. You know, you drink a little bit of this Crown and you might have it wrong. But
welcome to Ask TV.
And so anyways, they had, this special comes on, and it's the Billy Gibbons Band in Havana, Cuba. And of course, the Drifter was on there, and they're just showing, you know, the band hanging out in Cuba. And Billy Gibbons is such a car nut. And I think that's why they got this, you know, well, of course, you know, everything with ZZ Top, you know, the Eliminator was a big a star as the band when they were really hot on MTV, you know, the car was as popular as the band was at that point. And so it was just really cool watching that and seeing these guys and Billy checking out all those old cars that they still have in Havana. And I was like, man, I was just drinking with this guy a couple of days ago, and there he is on this TV show, and he's with the band in Cuba, which I thought was really cool. Let's see who's checking in. Brenda, how are you? Brenda, good to see you. Mary, how are you, Mary? Mary, I'm sure she's looking for some of that Florida weather. Although, you know what? As fast as this year has been going by, it doesn't even seem like nothing, unless we're going to just hit into some like doldrums and just like kind of drag for the next month.
February is famous for that. It's there to like,
it's like,
here's 60 degrees and nope, here's 20.
It's just like January went by so fast. I can't even believe it. It's making my head spin. So I hope, and we're already into the second week of February already. So either that, or you know what could always happen is it could go to shit in March, and the entire month of March and April go right down the tubes, you know?
Well, let me tell you a story here. So 2 weekends ago, I went to Punxsutawney,
oh yeah,
Pennsylvania.
I wanted to ask you how that went down.
Dude, that is a party. Have you ever been?
No.
Oh, dude, you need to get there.
Next year.
Like, it is amazing. And one of the highlights, they have the center of town where they do live music for like a day and a half over there. And one of the shows was a Guns N' Roses cover band.
Uh-huh.
They all dressed the part. Like, dude, they were so good. One of the guys that traveled with us to go there, he went up to the performers after, talked to Axl Rose. That's what I call him now.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And he talked to him and he said, you know where you need to go? You need to go to the Robbins Theater. And he negotiated the guy to travel from mid Pennsylvania to come all the way to Robbins Theater to do a Guns N' Roses show at Robbins Theater. I was like, dude, this is freaking amazing. I started texting Kenny Hedera's saying, you got to have these people over here. So,
hey, I'll tell you what, we've got some good shows coming at Robbins Theater. This weekend on Saturday night, it's in the Heartland, the tribute to the Michael Stanley Band. And I know Brenda that's checking in. She's a huge Michael Stanley fan. So I'm sure she, but that's going to be a good one. And then we have that Arena Rock show coming up this month. And they're another one of those bands. They do a tribute to the whole 80s, 70s, 80s rock, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, AC/DC, all that kind of stuff, the hair bands and everything. And those guys are fantastic. And then, of course, we got Donnie Iris coming up. Donnie Iris and that. You can never go wrong with Donnie Iris. And opening for Donnie Iris is going to be Joe Vitale and his son, Joe Jr., and hopefully I'm going to try to set up an interview with Joe Vitale, because he is a phenomenal talent, but he's never been like in the forefront. But he originally hooked up with Joe Walsh after the James Gang, and he played drums for Joe Walsh for many years. And of course, he's from Canton. So they met up at Kent State, and he's from Canton, and he's played around the Youngstown area and Newcastle and everything like that. And he mentions it in his book. He's got a really good book out too. And then he went on, he played with the Eagles. He played with Crosby, Stills, and Nash. He played with all these guys. And there's so many videos when you see him. I mean, this guy has traveled the world. He has lived the life. And he's still just this down-to-earth dude that, I would say if you walked in, you'd just probably think, but he does look like a rock star though, but he is such a cool guy. And my favorite story of all times from Joe Vitale, and this is true, and I've heard this from other people, and he confirmed it. Back in the day, Led Zeppelin played at the Richfield Coliseum, and the James Gang or Barnstorm, Joe Walsh opened the show. And Joe Walsh brings Robert Plant and Jimmy Page to downtown Kent, Ohio to play in a bar.
Dang.
So it's Joe and Jimmy Page and Robert Plant from Zeppelin jamming in JB's up there. And as word got out, the whole town just started going into a frenzy, and you couldn't get near the place. And the guy that owned it, his name was I think it was Joe Bujak, and he was an old hunky guy from the old country, and he didn't know who Jimmy Page or Robert Plant were from Adam, right? And I guess the story is he's in there trying to negotiate with them to come down every Tuesday. And he's telling them, I'll give you $150 plus all you can drink, And I guess to see, to see when that was going on, or just to see this guy negotiating with those two of the biggest rock stars ever in the history of rock. And here's this guy trying to, get him to come and play and offer him free drinks,
I'm assuming they said no.
I think so. I think so. Yep. But boy, I'll tell you, back in the day there, Water Street, when Joe and Joe Vitale and all those guys. Oh, Joe Vitale also played with Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes in the early years. And he's got a lot of great stories. I hope we can get him on, because, he's got enough, what was I going to say? Mine's a terrible thing. Joe Vitale. Anyways.
Breadcrumb your way right back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back on that. You know what? I just saw a note there from Brenda. And Michael Stanley, that's going to be this Saturday night, Brenda, Robbins Theater in downtown Warren. Joe Gall checking in from Pro Walleye. And boy, we had a nice time out at the hunting and fishing show a couple weeks ago with him and Sammy Capelli. And I can't wait to get out with those guys, especially Sammy. I got to try to make some time to get in my schedule when they go doing that jigging for walleyes on Lake Erie in April.
So do you try to go out without your son so he doesn't upstage you in your fish catching ability?
No, not at all.
No.
No, he helps me. You know what? Yeah,
right.
No. I like going out with him because you catch fish for sure. You catch big ones with him, you know. But most of the people he goes out with, I'm not even in the mix. You know, he's got his guys and they got these, you know, there's some of these young guys out there right now too that are just on fire. Like, well, Nathan that we had in here and their other buddy Nick, and man, I mean, these young guys are out there just tearing it up with them.
Well, I can see you pulling in 2 nice crappies and be like, "Hey, I got like 10 pounds of fish here." You're like, "Oh, Dad, I've got like 100 pounds of fish."
Oh no, I expect him. I'm just there for. Hey, I'm along for the ride, man. But here's the thing, all those years when I took him out and untangled his poles and everything
100%.
else, so I look at it like you're paying me back now,
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
now I get to reap the benefits of all that. So that's
you made
how I
him.
look
That
at
was
it.
all you.
Right.
100%.
Right. No, well, I'll tell you what, though. He was fortunate to have a lot of these older guys help him out, like Tony Barragona and Rick Henniger from Fish and Field Report and Jack Waltz and guys like that really took him under their wing. And, the thing about my son is he really pays attention to what these guys say, and he, even when he would be in school and study hall and stuff, he'd be studying this stuff, he would study this and these guys tell him, you got to do it like this, you got to do it like that. And, there's old people that don't listen like that, and that's why some of the people don't catch fish. Some of these people have it in their mind that this is the way I do it, blah, 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 and you'd be surprised.
Go up to the causeway and cast it, baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
Give me the biggest sinker I have. I'm going to put on a giant worm. I'm just going to throw it out there as far as I can.
And relax.
Yeah. So there's a little bit more to it, than when you get to that. Eddie Kunzer checking in. What's up, Eddie? Southside brother, my Southside brother. I got to meet Eddie down at the Youngstown Menacor. They're always calling me to go down there. Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney is the bomb. Mary caught on fire at the giant bonfire. She was so cold. What a great party.
Oh, it's the best. You have to go.
I've seen it. I know Casey Malone went to it a few times. I know everybody's had a great time. This year would have been the time to go because it was on a Sunday, but I got stuck out at I'm not stuck, but I was at the fish and field thing for the weekend. So,
next year I'm going.
Okay.
And I'm just going to participate in the festivities the day before. I'm not actually going down to Gobbler's Knob. Like it's,
well, you know what? I'm a little concerned though about Phil.
Yeah.
Phil is one of the least accurate groundhogs in America. And with Elon Musk on a tear, I don't know, maybe that's why we need 6 weeks of winter to save Phil. I don't want him to get cut. I don't want Elon to come down the list and go, this guy's been wrong 37 times here in the last 50 years.
Efficiency is terrible. He's got to go.
Yeah, got to go.
Got to go.
I don't want that to happen to Phil. So maybe the weather, since the weather's going to suck here for the next few weeks, maybe that's a good thing to keep Phil employed.
If he's right.
Yeah. Then what can you say?
I support him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. Oh, my sister Lynn's checking in from New York City. How you doing, Linny? Little Linny? Boy, that is some good stuff. Crown Royal Black, Lynn.
Good
Crown
stuff.
Royal Black. Put that on your list when you come to Youngstown next week. You bring a big bottle. Bring a big bottle. That's my new thing for now.
New flavor.
Yeah. And it's not the fruity tooty stuff.
No. Solid.
Some people are totally against like apple crown, peach crown. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people just like straight regular crown. Don't screw up my crown. Don't mess with it. And other people will drink anything.
It's really nice every once in a while to get a new flavor on your palate, a little bit different than what you're used to drinking. So I welcome it.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. So let's see. We covered everything that's going on at the Robbins Theater here in the next month.
Dude, I have to ask you about the Super Bowl. Like, I got to get your take on everything that happened and the game. What do you think?
It definitely did not. I didn't see that coming.
Okay.
I really didn't see that coming. I thought it was
Blowout.
going to be close. I thought it was going to be like 27-21 or something like that. Come down to a field goal at the end. But, you know,
Didn't happen that way. Do you have any money riding on it?
no.
No.
Actually, you know what I did yesterday? Me and Cornell Bogdan, I was on Tangled Up in Blues last night, and he does his so we had the TV on, but you know, it was for people that, you know, wanted something different. You know, you could listen to the music and watch the game with the sound turned down. And that's how we did that. So, and I didn't even see all the commercials, but I was kind of surprised. And you know, it's kind of funny how the whole sports thing goes. All right, think about Patrick Mahomes. Okay, he's been to 5 Super Bowls and he's won 3 out of 5. And he's on the same level where Brady was at this point in his career. And after the game yesterday, you would think that the guy was the biggest loser in America. You know, it's like the guy was, but there was a lot of, you know, I just didn't get too involved in that whole thing, you know.
All right. Well, the real important storyline, there was a
Yeah.
58% chance that Travis Kelce would offer to marry Taylor Swift if they won that game in the end zone. And because they didn't win, we may had never see the Kelce Swift marriage.
Well,
how do you feel about that?
I'm going to let you in on a little tabloid news here.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you in on a little something here. This is kind of like a fast. Well, it's not really a Fast Freddy podcast exclusive because it's been around. But if you are watching this on online, if you're watching the video, I'm gonna let you in on something here.
Okay.
This is like TMZ stuff. This is big.
All right,
big
listen up,
news.
guys.
All right. You want to know what I was doing at the Super Bowl party or at the Super Bowl yesterday? There you go. That was my date.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. So now you know. Now you know where Taylor Swift was right there. There's
the whole time.
There's proof. There's a picture and it's on
He
the internet.
bailed out of the Super Bowl and hung out with you.
Yep. You see our party hats right there. You can look that up on the Fast Freddy Facebook page. It's an exclusive.
Did not realize.
Yeah. Trying to keep it low key.
Yeah.
You know, especially, you know, since Travis and bummed out after the game and everything. You really want to, like, you know, kick dirt in the guy's face while he's down? Not really. You know.
Was she any engagement where you guys were at? Like any love interests?
No.
No.
No, not yet. No, we're just having fun. We're just having fun at this point in time. So, anyways, that's what's going on there.
So you didn't see any of the commercials. You didn't.
You know what? You know what commercial I kind of really liked though that I did see?
What's that?
Was the Johnny Cash Jesus commercial. I thought that was one of the best commercials on there.
I didn't see it.
Really?
I gotta look it up.
No, nobody has mentioned that. It was Johnny Cash doing, like, you know, one of his gospel songs, you know, that he did later in his career, later towards the end of his career, and it was in black and white, and I thought it was really a good commercial.
All right, we gotta watch it just because you did invoke it.
Yeah. Let's see this.
See commercials. Commercial for a commercial.
Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah, you know, the Bud Light seemed like it was fun. They're getting back to where they should be. And they're jumping on the bandwagon. Budweiser is not domestic beer anymore. You know what it is?
What's that?
American beer.
Yeah.
We're done with the domestic beer. It's American beer. Okay. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah. This was kind of a moving commercial. This was the best one on there.
That's
Wow.
strong.
What a commercial, huh?
Yeah,
I'm surprised nobody said too much about that.
Right.
You know?
Oh,
unmistakable. That one I think snuck by a lot of people.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought up Taylor Swift. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. Wow. But I thought that was a good commercial.
Yeah.
I thought the Bud Light was fun. I didn't see the Clydesdale. Everybody's talking about the Clydesdale. They have
The young one, like
Yeah.
the commercial of
Right.
oh, you know what? Oh, we'll bring it up.
You know what's kind of funny too? The one thing that I noticed for the few things that I watched even afterwards is everybody was complaining about the halftime show. But did you notice how much classic rock was in all the commercials? I mean, the Dodge truck had Panama. The one with the old ladies had Born to Be Wild. That was a good one. That was pretty funny. But there's a lot of classic rock in the commercials.
Heck yeah. You're still too little, buddy. They always bring the tears out. Like every
Yeah.
Budweiser commercial
Yep.
with the Clydesdales are
Yep.
always.
Oh, the keg falls off the truck, off the wagon.
He sees it, his
he's-
opportunity.
And he's like Rudolph, man. This is like he's going to show him. What do you mean I'm too little?
I'll show you.
It's a good song too. The Bellamy Brothers. You know what? This is the very first song I ever played on the radio.
Really?
The Bellamy Brothers, Let Your Love Flow. Very first song I played ever. Bellamy Brothers are really good. Look at this. What a great commercial. Small town America.
Yeah.
Now that's a commercial. You know what? Not to get political or anything, but there's your commercial right there. There's your commercial right there. You know, I mean, that's you know.
It brings the best out of you, like makes you feel all the feels.
Wait a minute. Jaybird says, now that you mention your love for Jack Daniels products, but not the terrible loss of innocent and immature barrels that were lost, I must be missing out on something. Jaybird, enlighten me. There was some kind of tragedy involving Jack Daniels, untapped barrels of Jack Daniels that I don't know about? Where have I been? I better check this out. Have you heard about
I have not. No.
the Jack Daniels catastrophe here?
I'll look it up too.
Wow. Let's look at this. Tragedy strikes Jack Daniel. Wow. Barrel house collapses.
Whoa.
How did I not see this?
Jack Daniels experienced a partial building collapse last night, leaving a number of whiskey bottles in question.
Oh my God. Oh, the humanity.
The barrel house and distillery has collapsed overnight, and this morning, Jack Daniels' parent company described what happened. Overnight, the partial collapse of the distillery in Lynchburg, Tennessee. No individuals were inside the barrel
But what
house
about
at
the
time.
bottles?
Yeah. Does anybody care?
Okay.
Jack Daniels' barrel house did partially collapse, but the authorities are no longer involved in the incident. Jack Daniels has plenty of resources to handle the situation.
Wow. Now, how did that one slip by me? You know what? I mean,
There's a conspiracy theory here somewhere.
you know what? It's a good thing I showed up for the good thing I showed up today.
And awesome Jaybird let us know.
Yeah.
He gave us a scoop on that.
Well, I would have been disappointed if Jaybird didn't know either. You know, that would have been something.
So along with your toilet paper and eggs, make sure you stock up on Jack Daniels.
I've been panic buying tequila, Modelo, Labatt Blue, and Crown Royal. That's where I'm in a panic mode.
Now
with
you
that.
got to add Jack Daniels to the mix. Your pantry is full.
You know, back in the day when Dave Blaney used to drive the Jack Daniels car, I thought that they should have let me drive it or put my name on it or something, because I felt like I was a part owner in that car.
Your investment.
Yeah,
in the
I
brand?
thought I invested a lot of money in the Jack Daniels racing team over the years, and I didn't even get a bandana or anything. You know?
Are you part of the Squires Club, by the way?
No.
Oh, dude, I am a Squire.
Okay.
So all I have to do is put your name in it,
Yeah.
and you too will become a Squire.
And what do I do?
So you get a 1 square foot of property in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Get out.
You are official resident because you're a property owner.
Yeah.
And you will become a Squire of the Squires Club.
Wow.
I'm putting you in.
Man. Oh, please do. Please do.
Absolutely.
Wow. And then what are the benefits, or just the fact that
You probably got to pay taxes on it.
yeah, right. Yeah, you got to come up with some money to help rebuild the barrel house.
100%.
It's like, come on, I have enough in the
You're
barrel
invested.
house. I'm invested in the barrel house. I paid for the damn barrel house. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's something here. That's something. But wow, I didn't even see that. You thought that, you know what? You thought that would have been on the front page news.
100%.
I mean, I didn't see that.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift totally dominated. So Jack Daniels tragedy didn't even make the news.
Yeah, James Cerny wants to know if I'm allowed to hunt on my little piece of land. Can I put up a deer stand on my little piece of land in Lynchburg?
It's yours, baby. Yours.
I can do whatever I want. I'm going to invite you over and Jay Bird, and we're going to have a party. And
hopefully our little properties match up, and then we can put a little camping chair.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about the Jack Daniels, but you know, the Super Bowl, a lot of people, you know, are pissed about the halftime show. I think we will never see a classic rock band on the halftime show ever again. I don't think, you know, you see what they want. They want that big stage spectacular. They want 500 dancers, and you know, they just don't want some old guy up there strumming a guitar. I hate to admit it,
but the hybrid was awesome. If you take like an Aerosmith and a Run DMC, they get best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You think you'll ever see something like that ever again?
I really don't think so. Especially, I saw somewhere where Jay-Z is one of the main guys that's in charge of the entertainment at the Super Bowl. So I think, and like I say, I see so much of this stuff all day long, and I don't really soak it all in. So I don't, and especially to me, it's just like, okay, passing. Okay. So it's something like Jay-Z is like the main guy in charge. And then they put a list together, and then the NFL gets together and they look at the list, and then the host city has some say in the list as well. And then they pick from that, whoever, you know, Jay-Z.
All right. So I give
group.
you the scepter, and Fast Freddie gets to pick the halftime entertainment. Who do you put up on that stage that will bring the entire audience in? Who is it?
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
All right.
You know, Shining Star and all that stuff. Earth, Wind, and Fire. You could do the big dance thing.
Everybody would know it.
Right. You know, white, black, young, old. And then you could throw in a couple of the newer artists, you know. Or, you know, I would even like to see, though, a country show. But once again, they want that big dance production and everything. They want a big production.
I don't know.
number.
I saw the country shows down here. They draw a huge freaking crowd.
Oh, I know they do. I mean, I would have thought, like, you know, Zach Brown.
Yep.
Zach Brown and Kenny Chesney and the Coral Reefer Band, and they do a thing to Jimmy Buffett.
They'd put a show on.
And I was thinking something along those lines, but now they want to dance. They want to thump. And they want to, you know, have some rap in there, and they just want that big, you know, dancers and that kind of thing.
Was it Beyonce that went over into the country space? Like, so
yeah. Right. Well, that would have been a good one. Okay,
Heck
you
yeah.
want to do that? You get, but how many of them country bands would want to do that with her? Because there's got to be some resentment. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you got some of them guys out there that are die-hard country and hardcore and really,
Well, you get
Sturgill
Beyonce,
Simpson
you get
and people like that.
you get Beyonce. You pull Taylor Swift down from the box.
Yeah.
You get Kenny Chesney to put a super show on that stage. Tell me that wouldn't go over.
You can make that happen.
Heck yeah.
And then you bring out maybe Dolly Parton.
Heck yeah.
Somebody like that. You bring out an old school.
For sure.
And you do something like that. But, I think the days of, the Rolling Stones, Metallica's too hard. Metallica's too heavy. Ozzy's doing his final show. And he's doing it in Birmingham, Alabama. I would say Birmingham, Alabama, Birmingham, England. And, he's in a wheelchair, He's in a wheelchair.
Nobody wants to see that. They really don't.
In a way you do, but it's kind of like sad.
It is.
Same with Phil Collins. I'm bummed out I didn't go see him the last time, but it was also like,
you have a memory of him. You want him to be in that memory.
Yeah. But the show, I got to look up the show that they're doing for Black Sabbath's last show ever. And, I think it's more of like a homage or a tribute to Ozzy more than it is anything else. I got to look at the.
Well, I agree with you. They need to bring in some kind of a legacy group. Even if you have the Beyonce and Swift and Kenny Chesney, you got to have sort of like the guys that came before them kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think, when you mention that one though, like about Run DMC and Aerosmith and stuff, that made sense.
Yep.
If you could, and you could, Eddie Guns said, we got to bring Trump out to do his dance, the Trump dance.
It would piss too many people off. Can't do it.
The Trump dance.
Then it said Village People. So the Village People and Trump, dude, that would have made the news.
Okay. So, back to the beginning. This is the final show for Black Sabbath in Birmingham, England. Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Hailstorm, Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, Anthrax, Mastodon. Let me see the rest of these. I mean, it is like Sammy Hagar, Slash from Guns N' Roses, one of the guys from Ghost, Wolfgang Van Halen, Tom Morello, Faith No More, Rudy Scarzo, Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins, Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, the dude from Disturbed, Jonathan Davis from Korn. It's going to be an extravaganza. No two ways about it. If you're going to send Ozzy off, then I think this would be the way to do it. But it just kind of bums me out that
the youngest group is Metallica. That's
well, Hailstorm is there, and and some of these other guys, Limp Bizkit and stuff, who are probably now 60, young guys. I'm still at the point where I think like Nirvana is new rock, man.
Yep.
Modern rock with Nirvana.
Why do we play Nirvana at Giant Eagle?
Yeah. Hey, Barb Fox is checking in, and Joe Weir, how are you, Joe? Good to hear from you guys. And that's some of the stuff though. But like I say, I think from this point on, they want like extravaganza. They want the June Taylor dancers. They want the Solid Gold dancers or Soul Train. Boy, now I'm really old,
But it's a cycle. Like it really is. Like what old is new again,
But that was one that I thought, because I was trying to think like what would be that everybody would like, and that's why. And I thought, or maybe even Earth, Wind and Fire in Chicago together. They've toured together and they've done some songs together where they just really, All
right. So what about like you want to bring in the younger viewers? Like what rock group or whatever would you pick that's not in that 60s realm? Go one tier lower. Who would it even be?
Yeah, like the Stones are out, Aerosmith is out, Bruce Springsteen, he had his day. I mean, he would put on a good show, but he's out. I'm thinking about the other people, U2 maybe, but U2 hasn't really done anything lately. And I don't know. I don't
know who knew.
Yeah, I almost think you have to lean a little more country.
Yeah.
Because, most of the newer bands out there, and I don't think they have the following like they used to. I mean, who's out there like Shinedown?
What about like Jelly Roll?
Nickelback.
Jelly Roll would do it.
Well, Jelly Roll, yeah. Jelly Roll is probably one of the hottest guys out there right now. You know, B-52s and Eddie Kunzer. There we go. Doing the Love Shack with Trump doing the dance. Trump doing his dance to Love Shack with Eddie Kunzer. And it'd be a Southside extravaganza. That's what we do. But yeah, you know, I really don't know who's really out there. I mean, I'm looking at even this summer. I mean, I think you would almost have to lean a little more country right now, because I hate to say it, that it's the rock bands aren't going to hit it, you know, and country right now is really hot. Country right now is real. You know, the thing about country is what keeps it hot is they always have new stuff going on and new artists come and go. Jelly Roll is going to be gone in a year. You know, some of these guys, I mean, I even look at like Florida Georgia Line. I saw Florida Georgia Line. They played at Stamp Auditorium when they first started out. And then like they were the biggest arena and now they're like gone. Mm-hmm. You know, they go through it. But see, that's the one advantage I think that country has is they always got something new coming out. They always got something fresh. They always got some good looking younger guys and stuff. And you know, it really works for them. I mean, country music has a formula that works. They really do. And
they have Nashville, Tennessee that churns out talent nonstop.
Yes. It's just one after another. This guy goes and this guy comes in, you know, like this current bunch of people who they have there at Laney Morgan, is that, or Waylon Morgan, or Morgan Wallen, and I think it's Lainey Wilson maybe, and Jelly Roll. And, you know, these people are young, they're exciting, it's new music, it's fresh, and that's why right now a lot of people, country is hot. Yeah. Country is hot.
We need Seattle to pick up the pace and get some rock bands churning out of there, right? Like,
you know what the problem with that is, though, and I look at this, and I always say this, you know, the whole Seattle scene, heroin ruined that whole thing. I mean, when you listen to all those bands, and I have nothing against them, I like them all. You listen to Pearl Jam, you listen to Soundgarden, you listen to Alice in Chains. It's not uplifting music. And that's, I think, another thing that country has going for it is they're singing about drinking beer. Their number one thing is they sing about drinking beer. And who doesn't like to drink beer? You get a little guitar solo, you know, they don't have that twang and stuff anymore. And it's like, you know, it's some of the country that I hear today, I kind of say it's almost like if Eddie Money was out today and if Bryan Adams was new and some of those people, they would have a banjo and they would be playing pretty much what they are now. I mean, we're, you know, when you look at the whole grunge and the Seattle sound and everything, you don't have songs out there like Journey Any Way You Want It or Don't Stop Believing. Those are the songs that make you feel that way now are country songs. You know, you don't have Summer of '69. Where's a song like Summer of '69? 2 Tickets to Paradise. Those are all country songs now. All those things, they put a little banjo behind them or something, a little twang, a little steel guitar. And, you know, you go see these country bands and, you know, they're all rockers. The guitar player's wearing an AC/DC t-shirt and he's got, you know, spiked up pink hair and he's, you know, playing, you know, and then when they come out on stage, sometimes they'll have a tape of AC/DC, You Shook Me All Night Long, to keep it going. So that's like the problem. That's the advantage that country has right now. There's none of these good time songs. Where's a song like Eddie Money, Shakin'? What a great song. But, you know, like all them dudes in Seattle and everything, they're all in heroin and they're all like, you know, Black Hole Sun, won't you come? You know, and I like those songs, but on a sunny summer day and you're cracking a beer and the guy is singing about cracking a beer. Look at all Zach Brown songs, you know, every one. Toes in the Sand, you know, Pour Me a Jaeger, all that kind of stuff.
The Jimmy Buffett brand. You gotta go with it, baby.
You know, Luke Bryan, one margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margaritas, shot, you know, all that stuff. You know, where is that in rock right now? There's nobody out there that has that. And I think all these people just go towards country, lean towards country. And these guys really want to get out there and rock. First time I saw Rascal Flatts, they played Boston, More Than a Feeling. That was their encore. Or long time. That was their last song, and that's that's the way it goes, and I think that's what's missing in rock right now. Look, Don't Stop Believin' is the biggest selling song of all times, Yep. Jay Klein is right. Pop music turned its back on rock, and rock bands, can't, it's sad. And Jay, he's a great DJ, a great programmer, radio programmer, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is like a problem that we face, it's all that stuff out there,
So the bands and the dudes that are like in the small clubs, like really jamming out, like I'd love for them to get discovered and hit the big stages again. Like that's what we need.
It's just not there. It's just not there. It's just not there for a lot of reasons, and it kind of bums me out. Some of the guys out there, a lot of the blues songs, and some of the blues artists, and or Americana, whatever you want to call it, Americana roots music that they blur the lines. There's a lot of guys out there that are really talented and really rocking and stuff, but they're just not cutting through.
Yep.
The Tedeschi Trucks band is really good, and Samantha Fish and Anna Popovic and Warren Haynes and all these people that play with the Allman Brothers and stuff. They are really talented. They're like the top notch, and it's like, for whatever reason, it's just not cutting through.
So when the Browns make the Super Bowl, it will be some hip hop, but also some country. We'll make sure.
Well, no, we're gonna, when the Browns make the Super Bowl, we are doing the tribute to Michael Stanley.
All right,
that's what we're doing. We're gonna do the tribute to Michael Stanley. That's how it's going down.
All right,
and we're gonna bring Joe Walsh out.
I will lobby all day for that.
And we're gonna do a tribute to the Raspberries, and we're gonna bring Chrissy Hynde from the Pretenders, and that might be, somebody that you could weave in there, like Chrissy Hynde from the Pretenders might be one, but I don't know, man. Country right now kind of got a hold on things, I don't know. I didn't want to do the, like Shakin'. Where's a party song? You look at all those bands from, even look at the, Shine Down, any of those bands, and I like them. Shine Down, Papa Roach, whatever. It seems like there's no middle ground. It's either you're hard or you're not. Yeah,
you get to the end of the 90s and it's like drop off.
Yeah,
20 years of nothing.
And actually, for whatever it's worth, and I know some people don't like this band, but at least Nickelback was heading in the right direction. Some people don't realize Nickelback was one of the top bands of the 2000s. And you know why? Because, they had that song Rockstar, which was a fun song. Something in Your Mouth. Hey, that was another one. They had Burn It to the Ground, about drinking Crown and burn it to the ground. And, and then they had a couple of those love songs. This is How You Remind Me, and some stuff like that. So they were on the right track, I think anyways, of having a little bit more mass appeal and having a little bit of a good time edge. I'll tell you what, even Kid Rock, All Summer Long, and, a lot of his songs are fun songs, and Redneck Paradise and Pictures, and, there's a lot of good stuff out there, but for the, Photograph, that's another one from Nickelback that it's like, okay, that was a great song. But some people had that, Nickelback hard on, like, oh, we can't, Nickelback.
Oh, they got dragged, honestly. I don't know why.
I've seen them several times, and they were really good.
Yeah.
They were fun. Even like, I'll tell you, like another band that was in that never caught on was Hinder. Hinder had Go Home and Get Stoned, and Lips of an Angel. I think somebody took Lips of an Angel and made it a country hit.
Yep.
All those songs were those songs that, people that are looking for something a little less, they want it to sound new, but they want it to sound familiar, and and that's another thing too. Like, Shine Down, Foo Fighters, they would be on the top 40 charts. And Jay's making a good point there. Yep. They would get on top 40 radio, and all of a sudden they don't. All of a sudden now, and look at all the great songs the Foo Fighters have. Now there's a Foo Fighters would have did a good job. You know what? Now with Foo Fighters, when you look at all of Dave Grohl's friends, I mean, you could have had Paul McCartney on there. You know, he's friends with everybody. You could have had John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin on there. And then, you know, whoever else, maybe some grunge guys, or, you know, that would have been the guy to have on there. The Foo Fighters would have been great. Although I think some people are a little bit, you know, they're still pissed at Dave for the little incident that he had earlier this year. You know,
but that would have been, honestly, he would have paid homage to all the rock legacy. It would have been a great show.
Right. And all those guys love him.
Yeah.
He's friends with every one of those guys. He could have got anybody out there that he wanted. You know, maybe they could have did you know, Paul McCartney. Although, you know what I thought was pretty cool that I saw? Paul McCartney gets on the Jumbotron and he's pointing and like he's all excited. I don't know if it was an act, but to me, it looked real because he was sitting there with those people and all of a sudden he's sitting there and he looks up and they're like, you know,
you've been on stage, dude. Yeah. Lots of people have looked at you over the years.
Like, I'm on the Jumbotron. Yeah. Now, you know what, though? There is something about being on the Jumbotron, though. You got to admit, whenever you go somewhere and if you get on the Jumbotron, to me, that's a big deal. That's a plus, you know. But yeah, I don't know. That's about the state of the music and what you're going to get at the halftime shows. But, you know, like they said that, you know, the way that Top 40 just turned its back on all these rock bands, you know, and or they would be bigger. They would be bigger. You know, come on, man. All those great songs, you know, from the Foo Fighters, you know, Shinedown. I'll tell you, Shinedown was really on a roll there too with the one about the moon. You know, I'm half brain dead, but you know what I need? I need more alcohol. Some alcohol. It always helps you think clearer. Gives you a better vision of what's going on. Wait a minute. Hold on here. You know, but all those songs, Shinedown, I mean, they had a lot of great songs and you just don't hear them, you know? So, you know, yeah, Shinedown. I'll tell you, James says that Shinedown was great in concert. I'll tell you, Shinedown, we had a lot in the Youngstown area. Shinedown, it has a big following in Youngstown. I think they played at the Cellar. I know they played at Struthers Fieldhouse. If I'm not mistaken, they played at B&B Backstage. They played at the Covelli Center. Although the one time I saw them at the Covelli Center, the sound just sucked for that show. I think it was Shinedown, and maybe it was Papa Roach, Buck Cherry, and one other band like that. And the sound was so terrible. It was just so loud.
Yeah.
You know what? There was no separation or anything. It just came at you like this big, muddy mess of loud sound.
Right.
Oh, okay. They played at the Canfield Fair. I'll tell you another great show that Shinedown did. I was so happy to go to this one. They did this like acoustic show at Powers Auditorium. And it was them like doing some of their favorite songs with like different musicians. So it wasn't just them. They had special guests and everything. And it was kind of like unplugged, but it wasn't. And they were doing songs like Feeling All Right and everything. It was a fantastic show. And that made me look at them in a different light a little bit as not being that poppy, but it was like, wow, these guys, you know, they're playing, you know, Traffic and they're doing this and they were doing that. You know, yeah, Shinedown's one that should be out there. And, you know, what are you going to do?
Did Shinedown do Corey's Rib Fest?
I think they did one year. They probably did.
Okay.
They probably did. You know, there's another one, Creed. Some people, that's another one of those bands that got like a bad rap where people made fun of them.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's Creed, you know. And, you know, all these, you know, I don't know, hipsters or music critics or something. All of a sudden it's like, But Creed this last year, and they're coming back to the Rib Burnoff this year. But how they managed to do that, I don't know. Because this last tour that Creed was on, they sold out everywhere. Out of nowhere. People didn't know what happened. They just come out and they sold out every place they played.
Wow.
I think they even sold out Star Lake. I'm pretty sure we had a message. Hey, if you're going to, I saw that and said, if you're going, hey, please announce if you're going to Star Lake, you better get there early. The show is sold out. But I'm like, Creed? And next thing you know, I had some friends who went and seen him in Tampa. I knew some people who went and seen him in Detroit. It was like all of a sudden, but arms wide open and all that stuff. It's not that grungy, I just like some uplifting, positive things, especially nowadays. You want something a little bit more,
lift you up rather than
here
break you down.
Comes the rooster,
Oh yeah.
But the great song. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing any of those songs. I like them, but some days it's just like I don't need that. I don't need gloom and doom.
Yep.
Yeah. Creed, Three Doors Down. Kryptonite. What a great song. Three Doors Down was one of the first bands that played the Covelli Center. As a matter of fact, I think it was Three Doors Down, Shine Down, and somebody else. One more of those bands, if I'm not mistaken. That was the first show. But man, what a great pop song Kryptonite is,
Everybody would sing. Like I'm saying, if you can get the audience knowing the lyrics and sing along with you, like that is a show.
Yeah. Let me see the first show at the Covelli Center. Let's look that up. I know it was, I'm pretty sure it was Shine Down. I know it was Three Doors Down for sure. And you know what? I had a poster from that show that I stole right off the wall and I spilled something on it or whatever. And I ruined it. And it was really a cool poster. Let's see. Covelli Center. Covelli Center. First show. And I think the first sellout there was Australian Pink Floyd. Let's see. What do you got? We're just Googling and searching. That's what I like about this stuff. I don't even think anymore. I let my phone be smart.
That's it.
I don't have to be smarter than my phone. Let's see.
Oh, Lita Ford.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a good show coming up. Lita Ford and the Vindies. And that's going to be May 31st at the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater. And proceeds from that show are going to benefit the Rich Center for Autism. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, the Clarks. Let's see. You got to look up Covelli Center. First show, Covelli Center. You're on Rockin' Ribs. Get with the show, man.
Sorry.
Maybe one more little nip here of the Crown Black. Blended Canadian whiskey.
All right. So October 29, 2005, Three Doors Down.
Okay. Yeah. I got to see who else was on that. October 29th was the first show at the Covelli Center. We were there, man. I'll tell you what, the Covelli Center has been such a gem for the Youngstown area.
Sure.
It has been such a gem. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe there. Covelli Center.
See if they listen.
I think the first music show to sell out was Australian Pink Floyd. And the first ever sellout, believe it or not, was Steelhounds hockey. That was one thing that unfortunately it went to shit. But the Steelhounds, Youngstown is a hockey town. Youngstown has a lot of hockey fans. And I'll tell you what, the Steelhounds were really rocking it. They had the perfect blend. They had old guys that played in the NHL that were still trying to hold on and either hoping or just were happy to be out there. And they had young up and coming guys. And the coach was a former NHL player. And it was the real deal. People loved it. Okay, so did you find that, or are you just giving up?
Like I gave up.
You gave up.
I gave up. Like Three Doors Down is the only thing they said it was the first show that came there, and that's it.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna take one more little nip here. The Crown Black, Clown Brack. Give me some Clown Brack, some clown oil. Give me some clown oil.
It's gonna get interesting here.
Turn me into a clown. We're almost done, man. I had a big stack of stuff here to get to, but sometimes that happens. We get on.
I threw you off with the Super Bowl talk.
Oh no, that's okay though. That's what everybody's talking about. Oh, you know what? Go to the Set List FM, and sometimes they have like who else was on the show.
Daughtry?
No, it wasn't Daughtry. That must have been a later one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Daughtry, there's another one. That guy rocks. He does pretty good. Three Doors Down.
Shinedown and Alter Bridge.
Shinedown and Alter Bridge.
Yep,
there we
that's
go.
it.
All right. So you can't give up. What, come on. What is that? If this was your podcast, you wouldn't gave up that easy.
You inspired me, man. I kept digging, and we got there.
Didn't Elton John play at the Covelli? Yes,
did.
several sold out shows. You know, that was big. You know, Jay Klein's, responding to this. We got to get him on one day. Jay, we're going to get you on. Why don't we'll set up a date and we'll get Jay Klein on here and he could talk about, all his days in Youngstown and what he's doing now and stuff. And yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be
Do you
really
see
fun.
Liz was trying to help you look that up, and she almost gave up as well.
Lindsay's drinking crap. She's too busy with the Fireball. Lindsay's over there pounding Fireball. She don't give a crap.
She searched one thing, and she was like me, like, dude, doesn't
yeah.
exist. The information's dead.
I hear you. Yeah, Lizzie gave up way too early on that. I'm sure if it was something racy or dirty, she'd be all over that.
100%. Google's your friend when it comes to racy dirty.
She would be all over it. She'd have all kinds of stuff, You'd see the eggplant emoji flying and a peach and a honey pot.
We don't know what any of that is, but we got you.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Elton John, that last show he did at the Covelli Center was really good. Actually, I think he sold it out twice. I think he might have the record for the fastest sellout. Hey, think of all the bands that have played there too. Kiss, Def Leppard, ZZ Top, Rod Stewart, Stevie Nicks, but like I say, who's going to move in to fill these guys out? That's why I think it's leaning towards country. They're set up better than we are, Oh, Left End. Yeah, that's who I'm having. Left End is going to be at the Super Bowl. Hey, Michael Dean, the Deaner checking in, and he also had Alter Bridge was the other band at the Covelli Center. You're a little late, Deaner.
My searching skills were too fast for you, Michael.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't know. You were dragging there.
I was slow.
I was kind of, okay, come on, Joe. It's the computer whiz, Elon Musk Jr., and he's sitting here and he can't find
Dude, the restaurant fed me 8 ounces of whiskey. Like, this is not my fault. Like, I've got an excuse. And then you had me trial, Crown Royal. So,
Crown Black.
Crown Black.
Everybody talks about the peach and the apple.
Crown Black is where it's at.
My other favorite one is the salted caramel. I like that.
Too sweet.
And the vanilla. And the vanilla. I like it. Those are my 3 favorite. Now the Crown Black, salted caramel, and the vanilla.
In that order.
It just depends what's
okay. What mood you're in?
Yeah, whatever's sitting in front of me. Not even that.
Free. That one I love.
Yeah, those are the kind that I really like. But yeah, the music business is kind of crazy. I was looking at this today. Albums. I don't even know why I do this. Why do I even bring this up? All I know is I want Left End at the Super Bowl next year. Left End and a tribute to Michael Stanley.
The harp.
Yes.
The angelic creature that is Michael Stanley on Left End.
I'll tell you what, though, man. People don't realize how many great songs Michael Stanley has out, too. He has about 30 albums out of just really good songs. I always said if I was a country act, now this kind of ties into what we're doing. If I was a country act, I would go back through Michael Stanley's catalog and start picking out songs.
Remake it. Absolutely.
Because I always thought, Lover, I always thought if somebody back in the day like Alabama, can you imagine if Alabama did Lover or a band like that? It would have been the biggest freaking song in the world.
And just think they do that, and today's generation wouldn't know that it was a remake.
Right.
Instant fans right there.
Oh, it would be through the roof.
For sure.
I would definitely do some Michael Stanley songs. I would do some. Okay, coming up in April. I don't even know why I'm doing this.
Do it, man.
Why? Come on.
You got this.
Before I do. April 5th, Led Zeppelin 3, 55th anniversary. One of my all-time favorite albums. April 8th, Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. 50 years old. 50 years old. Judas Priest, British Steel, Priest. 45 years. Okay, I'm done. Iron Maiden, their debut album. Maiden. 45 years old. You know what? I don't even know why I bring that up because, but it's amazing on the staying power of this. You know what's crazy? I saw this the other day. The movie Pinocchio is like 80 some years old. How does that, Peter Pan is like some kind of god awful old. I mean, think about that. It's over. Pinocchio is over 80 years old, and there are still people out there that know who Pinocchio is. If you mention Pinocchio to this day, or you want to paint somebody out as a fibber and your nose is going to grow, Pinocchio, to this day.
Well, but if you ask a 10-year-old today, they don't really know Pinocchio because they're not watching the super old stuff. So they got to remake it again.
Yeah.
I heard one they're remaking. I don't know if you ever saw The Never Ending Story. Like, as a kid, you looked at the girl in that and you had the biggest crush in the world on the Empress in that, and they're going to remake it right now and ruin the whole movie.
Yeah. Some of that stuff is like, classic is a classic.
For sure.
Do you really want to redo Sweet Emotion? Why would you? Why would you even bother?
You're only going to mess it up.
Yeah. I don't know why they do some of that, It's
like they're out of ideas, almost like the classic rock guys wrote the good song.
Yeah.
And now today's artists are like, what do we do? I don't know how to write this stuff. Just remake it. All right.
Yeah. Pink Floyd, how am I going to come up with Dark Side of the Moon?
Acid, marijuana.
That's the thing, who's going to, how can somebody come out and like be the next Doors or the next Beatles? It'll never happen. The next Rolling Stones. I mean, it's like, we were fortunate enough to be a part of an era where all this crazy stuff was just, I hate to talk about this. Why
you're bumming me out? Like I'm thinking Jimi Hendrix will never be another one. The Beatles never be another one.
Dates and stuff. Boy, this show took a bummer turn. Man,
dude, it's the whiskey. You brought black darkness into this studio.
Oh, is that what it was? I brought the darkness into it. The Crown Black is
brings in all the negativity.
It's not, you need Fireball or you need the bourbon.
Pink Floyd, never be one of those. Thanks, Freddie.
Oh, it's the Crown Black bringing in the black mojo.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it is
now
the
that you hit it right on the head
of whiskey.
Oh, that did kind of take you down there. It's like sometimes with those edibles or something, and you think you're going good, and the next thing you know, you're like,
bad idea.
Where'd that go? You're sitting there, hey, boy, I'll tell you. And then you're like, wow, why did I even? Why would I even think of that? Oh, that's stupid.
Oh, my heroes are in their 80s. What's that gonna do?
I better have some more liquid darkness. Maybe I didn't have enough liquid darkness. Maybe I need just a little sip more to get past that.
Welcome as we talk about our mortality.
I'm just stuck in this wall here and I got to get over it. I got to get past it. I'm in the wall of darkness. I got to get around it. It was going so good. And then when I started pontificating on pop music and then Jay Klein jumps in and the next thing you know, he's egging me on. And boy, did that take a tailspin.
Big time.
I don't know why I even brought some of that in there.
I don't know.
That was
that's what I said. Like, it can't be you. You've never done this before. The Crown Royal Black is the only thing new added to the show.
Oh,
and I will tell you, if we serve salted caramel or apple, this would have never
It
happened.
would have been fruity.
100%.
It would have been festive. It would have been a little fruity
For
or
sure.
vanilla.
We would
Everybody
have
likes
rainbow
vanilla.
flags and happiness. That's all it would have been.
A little peach. Like Lizzie with her peach emojis.
That's it.
We all know what that means.
Right.
a little
You don't have to
peach.
spell it out. It's part of happiness. And we just decided to go to the dark side of the
Oh,
moon.
yeah, right. Now, did you know when that came out? No, we're not going to go there. But I'll tell you what, I got to give a shout out to E-Rock and everybody from the Pink Floyd tribute. Wish you were here. I think we had E-Rock on the other day, didn't we? Yeah. The last one I think we did. And I'll tell you what, those guys are phenomenal, and boy, to see those guys, just to see.
Dude, what do these mean? I need an explanation.
I don't know what she's saying.
We have a peach and an eggplant. What does that mean?
Is that a new crown flavor? I know peach crown. I never had eggplant crown.
That doesn't sound like it would be good. I don't know. For me. Not for me.
There might be somebody out there that likes the eggplant crown. I don't know.
Well, I will save that, and we'll describe maybe some visuals later and what they mean, because we did the Riz and
yeah.
We got to do the emojis.
Yeah. Does anybody not know what all that stuff means?
There's some people that do not.
Really?
I quiz them all the time.
Really?
Yep. The distance between the young and old, like we do acronyms on a regular basis with my son.
Okay.
And he knows stuff that we don't freaking know, and we know stuff. There's a divide in communication.
You mean you're telling me somebody doesn't know what the water splash means? The splash of water.
Doesn't know.
They don't know what the honey pot means?
Nope, they made their own. Like they were like, screw you old people.
Yeah, but I mean some of the other people, if we're going to go through that, I mean like the peach and the hot dog and the taco.
They have full GIF animation.
Nobody knows the hot dog
full
and the
GIF
taco.
animations with it all illustrated. There's nothing to figure out. There's no mystery. If they want to give you the eggplant, they give you the full eggplant, and you don't have to wonder.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm kind of old fashioned. I guess when it comes to the old.
We like to figure stuff out, right?
Old school emoji there. A taco, a banana, and a hot dog. What the hell does that
Are you
mean?
hungry, dude? Can I serve you anything?
And a dripping honey pot. What? The means? And a splash of water. What? Huh?
It's not even summer. Are you hot? What's going on?
I think we covered them all. I think that's about the main ones right there. That's all you got to know to speak.
At least the explicit ones. There's other ones, but those are the fun ones.
Oh man, the upside down pineapple.
Do you know about that?
No,
seriously. I get to teach you something.
You got one by me.
Dude. Okay, so I'm in the RVing community, right?
Okay.
And when you walk around these motorhomes, if somebody has an inverted pineapple,
oh, that's a swinger thing.
100%.
Okay, I did know that because you know what? I have a pineapple shirt. I got to start wearing that more. So
when you see an RV with an upside down pineapple, you are free to knock on the door,
even if it's rocking.
100%.
If the trailers are rocking,
welcome. Come on in. More the merrier.
Yeah. Okay.
So
wow.
Man, I thought I was going to teach you something.
No. Yeah, no. I thought I knew that one. I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was.
What's the yellow one? What she put another one up there?
That's the dripping honey pot.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you, thank you, Liz. Lenny's telling on you.
Lenny's going to tell on me. Hey, Lynn, I'm just doing this show here. Okay, I'm just doing this show here to enlighten people. I'm learning this stuff as I go along. I'm just as fascinated by it as everybody else. And I'm just sharing some, if somebody sends you something, maybe you're older and somebody sends you a eggplant and you're just sitting there.
You don't know what it is. And you're like, oh, but Freddie told you about it. Now you know.
Why did this guy send me a hot dog emoji with a taco? Did they want to go out to lunch? I think
it's a dinner date.
Something like that.
This is going to go well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think we covered that. We don't even have to waste our time on another show for that one. So yeah, so we're kind of figuring this out, just helping people out here. Like I say, I don't want people to be confused out there.
Public service.
It's a modern world. Times are changing quick. except for our music. It's pretty much staying right where it's at.
Yep.
Hey, as long as I got Michael Stanley coming up this Saturday, Donnie Iris next Saturday, I just need that left end, and I'm going to be good. I don't know. What do you think? You ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's do that.
This
is good.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah,
right. Don't bring that. Like, bring the fruity stuff.
Well, you know what? We got the Buffalo Trace, and I think honestly, I think the bourbon works well with this show.
Yeah,
for what
I
we're
agree.
trying to do, I think we got to stick bourbon, and it just has that natural feel to it.
Those brands have never done this to you, have it?
No,
it's never done you
How
wrong.
many years have we been, the Buffalo Trace for forever? So maybe, and you know what we're probably missing too? We didn't have a beer today. And you always say, beer is festive, right? Beer is festive. Beer.
Dude, all the beer in the world is not going to be able to overcome the Black Crown Royal.
Blackness.
Like, you might as well watch a couple of sad movie or something that's going to rip out your soul and
I
eat
just
some
sit
Crown
there
Royal
and do
Black.
that, man.
That's it. If you want to be sad,
sitting on a couch by myself, wrapped in a whoopee.
Yeah, watching Charlotte's Web, crying your ass off, like
switching back and forth between the news, and maybe eating a bad gummy that just sends you, woo, bing. Okay, the world's gonna end tomorrow, and Charlotte's Web is there, and they're gonna do this. And, oh wait!
Old Yeller! Oh shit! They killed him!
Oh wait! Somebody just sent me an emoji of a honey pot and a tongue. What does that mean?
You like sweet stuff? Let's get Honey Crown.
Good that's friend. What it is. They want that Honey Crown. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'm going to put on Old Yeller. And,
Old Yeller. Yep.
I think this gummy here is one of those ones that just brings you down, man. I better put on Old Yeller here. I'm just going to be sure on this one here. Just a taste.
A little more sadness for the evening.
Yeah, this has been blackened. Yeah, Jaybird says this show has been blackened.
For sure.
It is a little crispy. I didn't know we were going to be blackened, though. I thought we were going to be spicy, but not quite blackened.
We had the eggplant, so you are definitely spicy blackened from the onset, regardless of what you were drinking.
Oh, brother.
Liz says put down the crown. She is not supporting this decision.
Now, see, maybe I'd see Fireball, though. That's another fun drink.
That's a fun drink.
And I know Lizzie's a Fireball drinker, but when you drink Fireball, you're pounding shots because you're not really wanting to be an Elkie.
Yeah. Name a person that's ever been crying, sobbing, sad, drinking Fireball.
Right.
It's never happened.
You never do it. Yeah.
Never.
Hey, I'm going to get one of them whole kegs of Fireball. I'm going to drink it. Yeah.
Black Hole Sun.
Here comes the rooster. Walking, talking, machine gun man. Oh, yeah. So that's Keith Sturgeon checking in. The Live Wire likes Fireball. I know the Live Wire likes Fireball. That's what makes the Live Wire a live wire, is that Fireball, Keith. You know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me and Keith and the Live Wire boy, we had some Fireball one day, and that just took off, man.
What's snake bite? I've never had
snake bite. That is lemon lime juice and Yukon, I think. Okay. That's pretty good.
It's a happy drink.
Happy drink.
I am
happy
putting everything
drink.
on the happy
drink. The snake bite was one of those back in the day when you would go into a bar and they would have that tray of shots, and for like $2, and you just pound it down, and it was like, oh, good. And then you think Lizzie says snake bite is the devil. Wow. I don't know.
That's a bad experience.
First bad review I got on the snake
Liz,
bite.
I feel that there's a story that goes along with that. So maybe the next. Here's what we'll do, Freddie. We need to have like an alcohol show.
Okay.
Like, you put together a concoction you think that I've never had, and I'll put one together that you've never had, and we'll trial each other's drinks.
Yeah.
And we'll try to stump each other. Like, I'll try to guess what you're serving me up. I've got it already in mind.
Yeah, okay.
I know
Kamikaze too. Kamikaze. That's kind of like a snake bite, right, Keith? Kamikaze, snake bites. Those are all the same. And my sister Lynn had mentioned picklebacks. You like picklebacks?
Never had it.
You never had a pickleback?
Nope.
Get out of here.
I have not.
The pickleback is a shot of Jameson,
Okay.
and you chase it down with a shot of pickle juice.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Gross?
What?
Is it gross?
No.
Pickle juice and whiskey?
It's awesome. It's
I have
awesome.
to try it now.
Hey, you know what? As a matter of fact, Lynn, when you come home next week, I bought these pickles, and they had two different kinds, except the one I threw away I should have kept. The one was Old Bay pickles. And it's so good, but I saved the pickle juice. We'll do an Old Bay pickle juice pickleback.
All right.
Oh, that'd be really good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So cooter shooter, there should be an emoji for cooter shooter, right? You could make
yeah, I think there is.
that
Who
needs to
knows
be
what
an
it is.
emoji.
Oh, you know what? That's another one though. You know, the devil is another one. If you put the devil emoji, that also. Oh, you know, okay, here's
All
one
right.
for you.
All right.
What's the rhino?
Don't know.
You don't know what the rhino
I
emoji
don't.
is.
Teach me.
You want me to tell you, huh?
I do.
Okay, my sister already thinks I'm a pervert. She's going to tell my mom. The rhino means horny.
Should have known. The horn. Got it.
Okay, and another one. I shouldn't know this stuff, and I shouldn't be just spewing this
No,
out. this
PSA.
easily.
You are helping
Right,
people.
okay.
This isn't for me or
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
This is for the audience.
Right. And lemon drops too. Love lemon drops. Those are always good. What about the camel?
Humping.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
humping?
That
All
was
right,
pretty
got
obvious.
that one. Message received. See, the deal is you don't think too deep into the emoji.
Right.
It's
yes.
usually superficial.
Right. Yeah. The banana is the banana.
Right.
A taco is a taco. You know, the camel is, what it is, And now that you know the rhino, it's so obvious now that
right.
it's just
I
like,
thought I thought too much into it.
Oh, I Lizzie didn't even know about the rhino. Oh, get out of here. I think she's fibbing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she's gonna the next emoji, she's gonna have a little angel with a
Taco,
a
Pete,
halo.
rhino, eggplant in a row. That's it.
hot dog. Camel. You don't even have to say anymore. And in the dripping honey pot, of course.
Dripping honey pot. Yeah, you could do 8 of them and let people know how you really feel.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think we covered them all. I don't think there's anything else out there on the emojis that, I don't know.
Well, if there are.
Oh, wait a minute. There. Okay.
Hold on, they're coming in still.
Yeah.
All right, we got the pickle. I got it.
Okay. Jessica says, wow, what did I scroll down and stumble upon? Jessica, this has been going on for over an hour. It's been going on for an hour and a half. We're almost done.
We're so sorry, but you will learn a lot.
But you can find the show's archived. So
yes, it is.
You could watch this from the beginning anytime. There we go. Jessica's right in there with the
it's almost like when you were young and you walk through the sprinklers.
Sprinkler, right.
For sure, you're hot and you need a little splash.
Yeah, Jessica's
Jessica.
down. Okay, yeah, okay.
And when you're carrying around your eggplant out and needing to be cooled off, you could do the splash and the eggplant.
All right, here's one. Okay, the Diener says that the Amish used to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon floats with a scoop of ice cream in their beer.
Ever try it? Beer floats?
No,
I've not.
I would never even.
Let's do it.
There are certain things that you just don't want to mix. And ice cream in my beer is not one.
But dude, you would say the same thing of Jameson and pickle juice too. If you didn't try it. That sounds like two things.
I'm Ukrainian. Hunkies, we love
That's
pickles.
True.
We love pickles.
That's true.
It's not nothing for me to even
drink
like
let me challenge
a pickle juice right out of the jar.
A jar full of pickle juice with a vanilla ice cream and the top.
Never. See,
you don't like pickle juice that much.
Oh, okay. Look at Jessica. You joined right in. Look, there's a picture of a cat. What could that mean?
I'm not going there. Like I can't even think of anything pithy.
Jessica, I think there's supposed to be a tongue after that. Like cat's got your tongue.
Right. This is PG show. Jessica, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's an easy one there. How did we forget about the cat emoji? Wow. I'm slipping. Oh man. So that's what's happening in the world of emojis. So some of you,
You know what? I have to look through some emojis and see if there are any others, because I don't think we've got them all.
okay.
And maybe we'll do a little bit of a quiz here.
Hey, how about this one that just popped up on my screen? Tom Brady showed up at the game yesterday with a diamond watch worth $740,000.
Dude's bank. Dude's got bank.
You know, that's why it's kind of silly when people sit there and they will bitch about things like, you know, they'll bitch about, you know, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. These are like millionaires. They're the biggest people. It's like Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe. Who do you think these people are going to attract? Okay, let's see. Jessica is just catching up. All right, Jessica, here's what you need to know. You need to know the eggplant, the taco, the hot dog, the banana, the camel, the rhino, the dripping honey pot. What are we missing here? The shower, the cat.
Dude, we got them all.
The
eggplant, the hot dog, the banana, the baguette. Have you ever seen the baguette?
I haven't seen the baguette. No, that's a new one on me.
The rooster for cock. Like we did not do that one.
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay.
The tulip.
Okay.
The honey pot, sushi. That's kind of going on a wrong path.
Yeah.
Sushi's not a good one.
Yeah, you can't tell what that is anyways. It's got to be something that you look at and go, oh yeah, that.
What about like the pear for the nice ass pear? That's off.
Yeah, no.
The donut, that's kind of dirty too.
Yeah, the donut. You could put a donut on there. If you put the donut, you know what else? We're missing the most obvious one. The OK sign and the pointy finger.
Yes.
That's another one. If you have the OK sign and a pointy finger, then you got that's another one.
I got one we missed. This is another obvious one.
Okay.
The cherries.
Oh,
the freaking cherries.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What other ones?
I don't know. They have a melon. Do you put melons on there? I got to jump in the emoji mode.
Oh,
here.
The peanut. Got to have the nut. Right?
Yeah. All right, she has the blowing wind. Now that could go two ways. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Lips, the dog bone, and the tongue.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay. That one there is pretty obvious.
All right. So these are just a combination of ones that we've already.
Okay. Wait a minute. Lizzie got them all on here. She's got the eggplant, the camel, the rooster, the peach, the honey pot, the squirt, the tsunami, the donut, the rhino, the cherries, the peanut.
So here's the combination.
The hand gesture too. Okay. Yeah. If you got the banana and the donut, that's one. Baguette and the honey pot. Oh, the snake and the tulips. Okay.
I did not think of that one.
and like I say, the international symbol. I think if we had this as closed caption and somebody did the OK sign and was pointing their finger at it, I think you would get that pretty easily. So there you go. Everything
we got it all, dude. We did really well.
And you know, you always want to put the blue devil on there, like the sinister looking devil, like the laughing devil. That's always a good one on there.
So on the sex list, the pair of scissors is one of them. Like,
that's too stupid. I mean, yeah, if you want to, like I say, this show, we do archive the shows, and you could follow the.
Dude, we went down a trail here that went from dark to sexy, and here we are.
To just maybe.
I'm telling you, I'm blaming that liquid right there, blaming it.
But did you see? You know what though? We had to get past that and get to the right spot. That's all. We had to work our way through the darkness of the black crown, like it's a black universe.
I think Jessica is volunteering to be your co-host for the next dark.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again. All right, I think I'm out of stuff to say.
Okay,
but unless somebody else comes up with something here,
But I think Liz took every emoticon there and spelled it out for us. There's no more to share.
Yeah, I think they're just about all on there. So if you're an old fart and you've been wondering like what's going on with all this crazy, I get the finger in the okay sign,
right,
but the rest of this stuff, woo, I don't know.
Just start Googling. You will end up in great places if you start Googling this stuff.
You don't even have to bother Googling. We'll spell it out for you. That's what we're here for. You could thank the Crown Black for today's little episode. Right.
The eggplant, the camel, the cock, the peach, the honeypot, the tsunami, and the splurges of liquid, the donut, the rhino, the cherries. What's the green one? The lemon and the peanut. All because of the Fast Freddy show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is almost like modern day Sesame Street. This portion of the Fast Freddie Rocks Youngstown podcast is brought to you by the eggplant.
Can you do this?
All right. Well, I think I'm ready to wrap it up. I don't know where else we could take this show. I mean, it's just been one thing after.
Do you
another.
remember when, like, episode 3 of this show, we went out to, was it Reddit? No, we went up to Craigslist, and there were women that were willing to come down and do the show for a price. What were they? Were they prostitutes? Were they strippers?
There were porno flick people too. Like
they were going to come down.
And
they were going to show us what they got.
Yeah. So do they even do that anymore?
I don't think so.
Okay. Now, you know what? We should wrap up because then that's going to take me on the whole thing about massage parlors and everything. And
there's a bunch of stories about massage parlors next Monday, right?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, massage parlors next Monday. Maybe I'll go out and do some research. I'll let you in on one thing that always made me wonder about the massage parlors and when they get busted. A lot of times they charge them for practicing medicine without a license. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
So my thing is, and just from seeing ads and talking to people, there must be a fine line between the therapeutic, recreational prostate massage and the actual prostate exam. There's got to be a fine line in there somewhere, and I think that's where they get into the practicing medicine without a license. And I want to know like what the fine line is.
From the casual observer, they're doing the same thing,
right?
Maybe a little taint rub.
Yeah, what's the intent?
Something. It's some difference.
How about the last guy that got busted up? They come in and the guy's laying naked on the table. They let him go.
Oh, he thought his life was over.
Could you see that when it's on TV and Channel 27's there and they got the raid and your car's parked out front and you're sitting there and your kids are going, "Look, Mommy, there's Daddy's car's on TV. Daddy, look, your car's on TV." I can tell from the Y103 bumper sticker. Look, Daddy.
I'm on the honor roll.
Hey, Daddy likes me so much. I'm on the honor roll. He put it on TV. Thanks, Dad. My kid is an honor roll student at Jackson Elementary. Yay, we're on TV. All right, let's wrap this up. All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks for having some fun with us tonight. We'll be back next Monday. You can catch me tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Y103. We're giving away tickets to the Doobie Brothers and Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band. We're finally going to see the Coral Reefer Band, at least some live Buffett music this summer. They're coming to Blossom. They're coming to Star Lake. We have your chance to win tickets to that. I'll catch you maybe Thursday night at Warren Haynes, one of the former members of the Allman Brothers over at MGM Northfield. And then Saturday night, for sure, I will see you at the tribute to Michael Stanley in the Heartland. So that's what we got going. Joe, thanks for everything. And I'll send you a couple of emojis a little later on to let you know how I felt about the show.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. Thank you for your